get in the game. If you're really ready, come on and take a step. Listen to this groove is good for you. It's deep for the mind, body, soul. It refreshes, restores, and renews. Every sip is inspiration, motivation, and hope to the encouragement you need to get through. The solutions are clear, your success is near. Grab paper and pen, let's go with. It's time for tea time with Tan.
Inspiration, motivation, and encouragement is brewing. Welcome to the Tea Time with Tan podcast, where you experience innovative solutions and creative ideas designed for your colossal dream success. Let's sip. Here's your host, Tan.
Hello, hello, hello. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Tea Time with Tan podcast show. Listen, I am Tan Tote. Did y'all hear me say Tote? Girl, boy, child. I am Tan Tate, your host. I am the Hope Coach. I'm a certified life coach located in the Houston, Texas area, a little sweet spot that I like to call Channelview, Texas. I'm so excited you're here listening and sipping the Tea Time with Tan. Now, the Tea Time with Tan podcast show, it's a podcast show about inspiration, motivation, encouragement, and hope. Hope is an acronym for helping others prevail every day. Listen, over here, the tea is good for the mind, body, and soul. And yes, we were on break. Now, we came back last week, y'all. It was my birthday. Let's give it up for the May babies. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, if you was born in September, we got something for you too. But hold on a minute. Let me stop the music. Yeah, that was shots fired because y'all are haters if you're born in September. Honestly, y'all, I'm just joking. That's only for one somebody born in September. She's known as the confidence coach. Hopefully, she'll hear this episode one day, and then she'll be able to laugh because I got my slug in on her. Now, you guys know how we begin here, and perhaps you don't. So let me get a little formal. I want to welcome our first-time listeners to the Tea Time with Tan podcast show. And I want to say hello, holla to my Tea Time with Tan fam. Those of you who have been with me since day one. You've invited, you've liked, you've shared, you've followed, you've tagged, you've downloaded, you've listened, you've given feedback. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And hey, over there across the water, over in Bangladesh, I see you guys are listening still to the Tea Time with Tan podcast show. Well, we're going to get started with a 60-second get it together moment where we give you 60 seconds to get together. And while y'all do that, y'all know I'm going to jam my theme song, my music from my brother, super producer, Tall Cole. All right, go get your Tea Time with Tan journal. Go clear your mind. Breathe in, breathe out, so you can receive the tea today. All right. Now, I know I may have said 60 seconds, but it may have been more like 45 seconds. But you guys know how we do. And we're going to jump right into this week's episode. Now, last week we began this series. It's called The Cover Up. And if you haven't had an opportunity, go back and listen to the first episode in this series of The Cover Up. Today's subject, it is about the dressed up pain. Go with me, or come with me if you will. Let's look at it like this. You know how sometimes, not everybody, and this may not be you, and if it is you, I'm really not talking about you. I'm just using this for an example. We're talking about dressed up pain today. Now, how many times we may know we got company coming, and maybe it's been an off week, and we didn't really clean like we should. But we say, you know what, I'm going to clean the front restroom, downstairs restroom, main restroom, tidy up the kitchen, dust up the sitting area, and then everything else behind the scenes can be a mess. You know, we may put stuff under the bed, we may put stuff in our closets, or we may even leave our rooms in an array because we know that they're not going to go in those rooms. So when someone enters into the house, it appears that everything is neat and tidy. But what we've really done was just kind of dressed up the clutter, the mess, the pain. That's what we've really done. Oftentimes we do those same things in life. You know, whether it's in our mother-daughter relationship, husband-wife relationship, friendship, cousins, siblings, you name it, on the job, outside of the job, we have encountered situations in those relationships where we've been hurt, but we kind of dressed up the pain. And when I talk about dressing up the pain, I'm talking about we're hurting, but we still show up, show out, and never truly deal with the pain, aka the cover up. So in this week's episode, we're talking about dressed up pain. Perhaps that's you. Perhaps that's been you. Perhaps you know someone right now that's going through something. You know, sometimes, how many times have we encountered people and we said, girl, I didn't even know you had anything going on. See, that person has mastered the art of dressing up the pain. But here's what I want you to know. Dressed up pain, it is still pain. And if we don't do something about the pain, sometimes it intensifies. It gets worse. Dressed up pain, example. You're mad at your daddy. You don't like your daddy. Therefore, you mad at your husband. You don't like your husband. You never dealt with that pain. We just dressed it up. So now it's gotten worse because now it's filtering over into a new relationship. Dressed up pain. And I get it. Question. Have you ever been hurt so badly that you thought you'd never come out on the other side? Perhaps you're still holding on to that grief. If you are, then it's time to learn how to let go of past pain. It's time to deal with the pain that you've dressed up. It's time to uncover that pain. Listen, you deserve to let it go and learn how to move forward in life. And when you move forward, you're not moving forward in pain. You're not moving forward in baggage. You're not moving forward in hurt. You are moving forward in thriving. See, holding on to the past pain and anguish, it's kind of like self-inflicted torture. And it can cause serious health risk. as well as emotional scarring. The truth is, when you cling to the past, you are internally changing your present. So instead of dressing up the pain, sir, ma'am, girl, boy, diva, boss, however you refer to yourself, it's time to go get not a makeover, not a do-over, but it's time to transform, go through transformation so you can put on your new clothes, so you can get your new hair, so you can get your new shoes, whatever it is you want, and you no longer have to dress up the pain. Okay, y'all, I got to get moving. I want to give you a few pointers on ways you can let go of that past pain and disappointment so you can move forward with your head held high in your new wardrobe. First thing, know what's holding you back. What are you holding on to and why? Identify the things you're keeping inside that you shouldn't be. For example, maybe your best friend betrayed you in a way that broke your trust. Recognize this and figure out a way to finally deal with it. Even if it means you got to get in touch with them again and explain what they've caused. Hey, they may not even be aware that they did anything to upset you. Whether or not they apologize isn't important. While it may be nice, you can't control others or force them to say, I apologize. However, by simply voicing your feelings and finding closure from that hurtful situation, you undressing that pain. So here's what I'm recommending. Get closure on something that was left unopened, that was left open-ended, that can make a huge difference in letting things go. Get the closure that you need. Talk it out. Point 2, talk it out. Now, if the person who caused you that hurt is still in your life, talk to them about the way they made you feel. Now, if that person isn't available, maybe you can talk to a close friend, or you know how I like to say, get the help that you need. Maybe you get a therapist and you go to them and you talk about the situation. Maybe you write a letter. But getting your emotions out in the open can help you get over any resentment or anger you may be feeling. Now, bottling up your emotions, it's never a good thing. That's dressed up pain. So let it all out, and in a constructive way, and you'll be amazed how much better you feel. Last one. Forgive and forget. And I know people be like, I can forgive you, but I can't forget. I can't forget. Or either sometimes we like, I can't forgive. It may sound easier said than done, but forgiving someone who has hurt you can be extremely therapeutic, even if it's you. Because sometimes the hardest people we can forgive is ourselves, oneself. So strive to let things stay in the past and don't allow them to affect your present. See, once you learn to forgive the people who've caused your pain, including you, you'll find it far easier to heal and move on in life.